responded to you.
I know, you're very cool, thank you.
Okay, questions?
No, stay there.
No.
I was trying to.
Okay. Questions?
Well, thank you all for coming. This was great.
So you have a great show. It has the great puzzle box element to it, where you're trying to guess what's going to happen. How far? But there's been other shows in the past that have that same premise, and they kind of fall apart at the end. How far in advance? Do you have an ending worked out? Do you know how it's going to end before you?
Yeah, we've always known exactly where the show is going, while also allowing ourselves the opportunity to be surprised as we get there. The analogy that I use so often that people are probably tired of hearing it is that it's like planning a road trip. You have to know where you're going, you have to know where you're starting. You need to know where all the highways are, all the states are on the map, and maybe a few roadside attractions that you want to visit along the way. And having that scaffolding and infrastructure allows you to sort of go off-road and explore and find things you never would have imagined were out there when you first started. But you always know the road that you're getting back onto. So it's a way to have a very clear path and destination forward, but also explore and be surprised ourselves. Because if we're surprised by what we're discovering, hopefully that means the audience will be surprised as well.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I will confirm that he's telling the truth. The first time I talked to these guys when they invited me to the party, I said, "So what's with that town?" And it was a long phone call. Trust me, they knew.
Talking with Harold one time at a press review, he was very adamant about not knowing, what's going to happen and what's going on. How much fun is it to keep your actors in the dark as far as the mystery of what's going on?
You want to take the
Well, I would say that I think that our actors are extraordinary in their flexibility and their openness and their honesty about dealing with the material they get. And I think me too. We're all excited by it. And the one link is the humanity of the show. It's always ultimately about the trees and all our roads and how we deal with them.
And when it comes to the actors, we want them to be playing the present and not the future, even subconsciously. And it's like life, none of us really know. We might have hopes, we might have dreams, we might imagine, we might think we know where it's going. I think all of our actors have theories, but it's better off if they're present in the moment.
Yeah, the finale of this season was insane. Absolutely crazy, so good. But how important is it to not be afraid to, kill off a major character?
It's important to not be afraid, period, when you're creating. And the truth is, we're terrified every moment. But it's important to to not let that. Yes, it's important.
Choose your words, Jeff. Choose your words.
Well, and also in the case of Cliff Dale, who ended up in a swimming pool, we told him he didn't need his trunks the day we were shooting.
There's a whole new meaning to the phrase pool boy. But it's, on that note, it's also, one of the things that really makes the show special is that it really is a family. Like it's a very family atmosphere from the cast to the crew, and so when we say goodbye to someone, it's always difficult, and it's always hard. So we never take it lightly, and our goal is to never become the type of show where you're wondering, ooh, who's going to die this week, But at the same time, it's important to remember that these people are living with life and death circumstances every day, and sometimes, that takes you down roads where none of us want to go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your support.